Hi, welcome to another episode on my BeagleBoard connected to a fischertechnik robot interface, which controls in combination my monorail, also built with fischertechnik. Last time I removed my sonar because I thought it was better to use a third pair of lights, and that caused some construction of two wire carriers. I still don't know if those are going to function anyway, and I had to wire a new set of lights. Anyway, that was last time. What I didn't do yet was programming it. So first of all, I want to check, that will unfortunately be off camera, whether everything works. Now the new light is on output 2. So if I, no, not this one, I want this one to go on, and by holding my hand in front of the light it is clearly on. So that's one thing. Now the receiver is on input 6, so I should be reading input 6 now, and that is not the case. Input 6 is off. So let me check if everything is alright. And unfortunately, yes, kind of. So this looks like a little bit of a wiring problem. Now it's out, now it's off, on and off. Okay, so that means that the wire is alright. Then let me close this. Now what is going on? Something I did not do, but for some reason, oh, I see, I gave enter to the program and the propeller started working. So apart from that, it works. So I am going to change in here, because the sonar is going out completely. What is going in? And that is for some reasoning. I could better put here everything comment out, and here comment out. So everything which has to do with the sonar is gone now. That also means that this has to be unindented, because everything dependent on the sonar, I had to indent it. So that is going to change. Same goes for this part also, and now everything is the same again, which means This is the digital 7, this is the digital 8. To keep things a little bit in sequence, I'm going to say if not T digital, and that will be 6. And here things will most likely be the same. So let's see how that works out. And I will do the same here. Or is it better to do the same here? One thing that I have to keep the same is the status. This has to be a status change. So it won't be the same as here, because here it just compares for status. And here it says status is 0, which in the old sense meant go towards the sonar. Sonar is not there anymore, but now it's begin and end. And this is at the end. So if I copy this, and I have to copy everything. Alright. Then this becomes 6 and 6. Output goes away. On the other hand, I could use it just to check it's on either end. Sounds like an idea. Now, if it is not, that means that normally the receiver will get a yes. So this will be on always, except for when the carriage and propeller are here, then it's blocked. So if not, then it's blocked, and then I should change this to the right and change status to 1, and this is also 6. What I did do here was switch that I used to test the interface on both sides, and this can go completely. No use for this anymore. So these are actually opposite things, opposite parts. The question is though, how long should it burn? Well, without a sleep it just flashes, that's it. But how long should the motor work? That's a very different question. Right now it sleeps for 3 seconds, and that is the middle light. So this takes over. Will 1 second be enough? Somehow I doubt it. Usually you can say stop or 0 at speed, but you can also just change direction. And anyway, would 1 be enough? We'll see. Here it is 1, here it is 1. Let's just test it. Do I have to change something else as well? Of course. If it is 1, and this is if not 1. I should do an if 1 as well. That's a good point. Let me copy this and then kind of invert it. So let me put this in the end. So if 6 left, this should be 6, this should be 6, set output 1 to 0. Not quite sure about this one. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see. A good idea is, by the way, to not to change everything immediately. So let me just change this. See what happens. So going here, let's just see what happens when using the program. The end light flashes. Why is 600? Okay, interesting. The other lights are flashing, but 60 is, but the new light isn't doing anything. Interesting. Yes. 7 and 5. So then I should do 2 as well. Alright, see if this changes things. Definitely. Okay, that is interesting. It just moves between the middle and the last light. So I guess now the wire carriages are keeping the carriage where it is, and that is obviously not really the objective of this. Let me manually put the carriage, the wire carriages to the end, then it blocks, as you can see, because here now it says 60 is 0, now 60 is 1 again, 61 is 1 again, at least it should be. Oh yeah, I commented it out so that it doesn't do that yet. This date is not D6, is 1. Yeah, that is correct. But the carriage isn't doing anything, and I find that rather weird. It's mechanically or mechanical not entirely correct. This is an interesting thing. The carriage may not have enough power somehow to push the carriage away. Is this code? Is this something that I should keep in mind with the weight of the carriages. And yes, it is better to show you on camera. Let's see what happens here. Not the 8. If 0 is 0, and 0 is back to the start. And right now, actually, one of the carriages is blocking the middle one, D7. So I don't get it. It should not go forward, and this is probably a timing issue. Most likely a timing issue. Something to notice. So let's go to the camera then. So I am just letting the program run as it did, and while you can see the interface and the 2 wire carriages and end of the track with the propelled carriage just there. This carriage is blocking the middle light, and this is just going back and forth. So let me move this backwards. What does it do now? This one, the carriage moves very slowly forwards. The propeller blocks the light, so it gets a command to reverse. So what if I remove these wire carriages? What would be the result? Oops. Just one away. Or let me get both away. Both carriages are out now. That is not good. No, not good either. Now it can go. So let me light it completely. I'm just holding up the wire. And you can clearly see it is going its way. Not forcing anything right now. So this works. And the rocking is not blocking anything anymore. And this works nicely. So let me stop the algorithm. This is clearly a case of very nice working. However, this isn't doing at all what it is supposed to be to do. Neither of them. They're blocking the complete way. So the question is, if this is blocking, what method would be there to guide it, because if I am at a model exhibition with this, I will not have the opportunity to constantly guide it. And apart from that, it just has to run just like that. So I need to find another solution. This was a nice idea, but obviously absolutely not working. Maybe when I put something like this and then the wire on top of it, but that has, let me show you clearly. So the idea is then to put it on top of it, but then again, if you look at examples in real life, then they are never on top of it, they are always under it. And then with some flexible wire that makes it push away and then going, colliding and pushing it away. That is real life. And because of this not very flexible wire, it won't work. So back to thinking. Another option is to change the route of the cable, the wire, to the other side. So in order to do that, I'll just do it like this, and then I thought, okay, let me put the carriage on equal distance, but then with the wire not once but twice. No clue how this is going to end. Anyway, this is one. And then on equal distance, this one. Oops. So this will be like this. I have to keep in mind that I keep equal distance. Ugh. This is not good. This is good, or no, better in any way. But it does show how fragile everything is. And then of course this wire twice through it as well. Like this. And of course then I'll have to see how good or how bad this idea works. And this is also a problem, I'll show you, because this wire is going straight up from the interface, so it makes a bend here, just a curve. And the question is, how will these carriage end up on or off the monorail when the carriage is going to? Alright, so let me do it manually, see what happens. That is one, and that is, oops, let me show, and this is two. And now I do it carefully, so not a real great idea. This is derailed and this is derailed. Another option is to make them heavier with more weight in here. But then again, fischertechnik doesn't weigh so much. So although there is an idea of a basket under it, which would definitely hold some weight. So that may be a final option in order to get this idea working anyway. Yeah, let's try that idea. So, just for a short weight experiment, this one was like this, and I'm repositioning it like this. And here is a basket or whatever it is, and I put it like this. Not equal weight, that may be clear, but it's something for now. Let's just see. And right now it is doing absolutely nothing. It should go there. So much for an experiment. This is now way too heavy. It's way too heavy. So let me remove it again. Complete removal. Oops. This one like here, and this one like here. So with this weight it's not going to move anywhere, and if I look at this, it's not going to work either. So let me remove this very nice idea. And you already see it is moving much faster. So whatever the solution is, these two solutions were not what I was looking for. Question is what will be? I have no idea. So now it moves freely, as it's supposed to be. But no, this is not the correct solution, and these two don't work either. Unfortunately. Correct solution yet to be determined. So, thank you for watching. Nice experiments. Yeah, what I did now was changing the code to enable. Let me reposition the camera a bit. To enable this light and that receiver. Trying with the cable. Put some more weight. And that's about it. Whatever next time, new ideas, new experiments. So if you like these videos, please consider allowing advertisement in between the video segments, or go to my website, which is listed under this video or at the end of the video, and consider using PayPal for a small donation to keep my blog alive. And this is of course to be continued.